is if you're OG, good lane matchups, early kills, try to hit them where it hurts, punish the fact that YapzOr can't make these same rotations without his Helm of Dom.
I think Zai's lane is only going well for like these first levels. I imagine as you start getting more Jingu levels and the Jingu actually starts mattering when it comes to the damage. Because those first couple levels, you always feel like you can kind of fight the Monkey King, even if he does get the stacks up.
You think he should just go for the cut?
Yeah, I think at this point, for sure.
Yeah, that's
force
exactly
the Monkey King just to keep tanking the wave.
Radiant,
and that's going to be fine for the Monkey King, but Zai, I mean, he just doesn't want to be in a position where he has to one-on-one.
Yeah.
He is past the point where he can fight and where his damage reduction is going to be useful. Meanwhile, up atop, Nisha also not having the easiest time, so inconceivably, they're winning 2 out of 3 lanes and doing very well in this mid one.
Maybe when you're older.
It's already a good start for the OG squad, but of course, Team Secret have that extra position. They've got the 4 Enigma that is just farming up the jungle right now. So even if they do lose their lanes a bit, they always have that extra bit of farm. Nisha, though, can't afford to go down here. They are going to be able to get shackles onto the troll. Nisha's going to turn around. He knows he's dead. Probably not going to get away from Jareth, but he's just going to lose his captain as well. It seems they're just going to dive from underneath this tower. A big win for OG.
-2, and that does matter for this 5-position Shaman. Losing Int early on like this.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have the best pull to work with to begin with. Only 303. He's already lost 4 Int. Has had to buy 2 Ironwood branches. And not the easiest start for them. And this is, I mean, for Secret, you know, no surprise faces here. You have to anticipate, like, this sort of had to be the game plan when you pick this greedy.
Yeah. I love that they actually they got some aggressive vision down and actually blocking one of the camps because they know that these heroes, Jarek's suiciding to the tier 2, they know these heroes, Terrorblade, Enigma, they're going to utilize the jungle heavily. So if they can start taking some of that away, whether it's taking Nisha towers, Nisha is probably going to die here again. They're just going to chase him down. That one last shot for No Tail. Now the shackles doesn't matter as it goes away, and Enigma is pumping down as well.
That's another 2.
10 intelligence already for No Tail.
Dude, that's pretty massive. As No Tail looks like he wants to die. And in fact, just going to use the rest, the dregs of his mana left.
At this point, OG, you thinking about swapping things up? Like you pop the 5-minute shrine and then you just TP the Tide Hunter up here. Do you want to TP Troll down to bottom lane?
Yeah. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Why put your Troll in a rough position whatsoever? Like, they're having success in this lane. Just continue to hit back. Follow Nisha around. Make life as miserable as possible for him.
They really got all 4 bounties, huh?
Yeah, and I mean, this Terrorblade, only level 3. Conceivably, if he was like level 5, you can just go jungle. But there's somebody in your jungle already. You have YapzOr that says, like, get out of here. I own this spot.
Yeah. YapzOr is not ready to leave that field just yet. Only has the Arcane Boots. Is going to be working for a fast mech rather than a Helmet Dominator.
And Puppey with 291 mana now.
It cost him 240 for 1 Ether Shock and Shackles, so... Zeb's going to play a little bit of jungle time, leaving that top lane abandoned for now. Monkey King is making his way up there, though.
But every minute that nothing is happening, for Secret, that's, you know, that's breathing room. You're going to take that at this point because you have to make space for a lot of heroes right now on the map.
Yeah. Zeb gonna go for that super fast Vlad's, not even stopping for boots. Vlad's and maybe straight into a Medallion of Courage. So he's gonna go for minus armor right away.
I do like that he's not going for the Necro Book. I think it's more important for him to be able to put pressure and enable his other 2 cores.
Yeah.
You're not the hard carry here. Oh, there we go. Damn, that was in unison. That was well done, crowd.
Oh yeah, UK crowds, man. They don't shirk when it comes to the chance. Zeb. The boar's gonna be able to help him out. He's actually forced to use the Primal Roar. Now he's thinking about trying to kill that bear, but is a little bit too low to fight right now. He doesn't necessarily have to go back to base because of Vlad's. He can maybe lifesteal off of some neutrals before returning to lane. That's precisely what he's going to do thanks to that medium camp that's right next to that mid lane. One of those nice little advantages for Radiant's side. See, surprisingly though, Secret are bringing back the network. He found him. Stop the shackles. The Ravage does go down. Now they follow up with the shackles, making sure this Monkey King can't get off too much. He finally gets off the Boundless Strike. They couldn't actually hit him with the anchor smash, and he's going to be able to jump away. They blew so much for that. No-tail dove into mid lane, and maybe Secret will get that much, and maybe they'll get Jerix as well. He does have rolling hold of the mouth, is causing him some issues, and now with the Ether Shock, they'll be finished up. So 2 actually going down from OG. What a disaster it would have been for OG if they had lost the Monkey King as well.
Still, that was probably best case scenario.
Yeah.
You didn't lose your Monkey King, who has quite the lead right now. 3rd in network. Plus you got the Ravage used without any objectives being taken.
Radiant's top tower's under attack.
So I obviously thought they'd have enough damage as mid one's going to switch into the melee form, get a little bit tankier. Step trying to win the regen battle right now with Vlad's, but the bear hurts.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
ain't
he's
looking
managed
too
to push away that
steady.
bear. Right now they can start getting some solid damage on that tier 1 tower.
Nice
Jerix
bottom
even joining
tower.
here. They're going to
Don't
TP
look. Radiant's
wanting to
top
really make
tower's
sure, but
under
actually
attack.
set running into the Enigma. Nature's right next to him. They can't get through. Thompson's going to run and found the strike. Now right by the Wukong's fan. If only could get it. He's got that extra bit of armor, but he's getting so low that eventually he will fall here. Looks like he just maybe overestimated how much damage they have, thinking that the 12 bonus armor he gets off of Wukong's command would allow him to fight longer.
Yeah, it was just more the fact that everyone was there.
Yeah.
Hitting on him, and he didn't really have backup. As No Tail only level 4, no global silence on him or anything. Earth Spirit only level 3.
It's funny, Seb was probably thinking the same thing that you were. You got a Tidehunter and Enigma, but you can't both be in the same place. Secret apparently disagreeing.
What a stat. Puppey has so many more wins over No Tail.
That's including some of the old Fnatic
Dire's
days.
top tower's under attack.
True.
Dire's
Puppey's always had
structures
good
are
squads.
fortified.
Yeah, Puppey has always been like...
Except for maybe like that, what was it, TI6 EG, or TI6 Secret Squad.
Minute bounties.
You almost had that.
Well, COG managed to grab 4 of them last time, and they seem to be in really good position to be
They're
able to
gonna
get
get it
3 or 4. Anna just single-handedly takes all that.
That's
What's
8
going
in a
on?
row.
Secret, how you just give those away?
That's a lot of gold. It would be pretty even in net worth otherwise.
I mean, it's surprising to me that OG, it feels like that they're controlling so much of this game, and yet, like, I just keep watching the network dip back into
Radiant's
Secret's
middle tower
favor
is under
over
attack.
time.
Yeah,
I guess
now
because
with the
they
bounty
farm the
runes.
jungle so efficient.
It's just the nature of their lineup, right?
Yeah.
They have an illusion-based hero,
Radiant's
one that
middle
literally
tower is
creates
under
money
attack.
in the Enigma. And Tidehunter can push out waves very safely. They don't really have the burst on the side of OG, no Silver Edge to break. So Zai's got a relatively free game. And again, with every minute that passes, Secret's lineup gets stronger and stronger. They haven't lost any towers, really.
They're about to start accelerating even faster as mid one finishes up the Hand of Midas.
The best part about
Radiant's
this Titan's
middle
game, I
tower
think
is
what
not
sort
feeling
of
the
saves
love.
Secret's lineup is that he can't get bursted, so he can just sit there
Yeah.
in front of towers. Notice that he always goes in the high priority target towers. Like he TP'd mid, which is what started all that.
Right.
And they just sort of ignore him. They went for Yapzor instead. He TP's top. Sad doesn't really have a place to go. He's sort of just being trailed by this Tidehunter. Plus the Lone Druid's a similar hero.
Dire's
Just pull
middle
back the
tower
creep
looks to be
wave using his
disintegrating.
bear. Just reset things and just buy time right now.
Yeah, that's why OG, despite the fact that they had pretty much a 4 versus 5 for the laning phase and were doing quite well for themselves, they have yet to take a single tier 1.
I mean, it's always so easy to talk about. It's like, oh, well, they're a greedy team. Just sort of punish their greed, but easier said than done.
Hobson's chased away. So what does OG Do they need to commit more heroes to lane that the Tidehunter's not at and just go for it? Go for a smoke gank, get a kill, push the tower. Do we need to try and wrap on mid one, somehow kill him with your spirit? They do have the Golden Silence available now, so they should have some of the tools at least to kill one of these cores.
And they've got Global, they've got Roar, they have good team fight. I think they should look for a fight towards mid lane.
That's where they're headed to with their smoke. They're going to sit
Dire's
behind
middle
Seb.
tower is under attack.
He's going to try to deal with the bear first. Revealing himself the robot in, but all these secret actually dove in really deep, and they're going to pop the Global Silence, but they're still going to be able to get the kill onto the Ear Spirit, and maybe No Tail as well, as he's slowed down by the Gush Puppy. He's a bit far away, though.
That was pretty disastrous.
Yeah. And Secret at that point where they see Global Silence is used, they can just go for it.
Radiant's
It's been
catching up,
like
fortified.
mid-tower so quickly, thanks to the fact they have a low Druid.
Yeah, they've got Ravage too. This is the opposite of what they wanted to happen.
Dire's
They were
putting
hoping
a
to
hurt on
pick up on
Radiant's
mid one
middle tower.
and taking the mid tower
Radiant's middle tower
themselves,
has
and instead, Secret. Again, it
Dire's
comes down to this
top tower
Tidehunter
might
just
be
being able
going
to
down.
sit himself in front of lanes. He's like this immovable target that you just can't really go on at this point.
Radiant's
they're
bottom
realizing-
tower needs a hand.
Much more difficult than just simply running at towers.
Yeah,
First, it was just going to create space for Nisha, who goes down to this bottom lane. I mean, he'll eventually catch up. That's the nature of Terrorblade.
Off that tower gold, they
Radiant
now
are
have a
scanning.
mech on the
How does that
Enigma,
even work?
so our team fight becomes significantly better for Team Secret than it was before. We have yet to see the big impact of Thompson since the last time he just kind of jumped in the middle of all those secret heroes. He's now made a rotation up to top lane.
And Yapzor, he's smoked up.'s going to get spotted here. The ward is laid out. But again, just not going to be able to go on.
They can both go for mid one here potentially. Seb's actually just going to finish now. Garad is fully committed. At the same time, they're going to be able to get the round and the control. Now the troll's not going to die right away, but he's been feared up immediately after. They managed to chain the CC very nicely to make sure there's no battle trance opportunity. Did you see that? Seb just like, he just backed up with No Tail. Meanwhile, the other two cores went in. There just seemed to be a disagreement about what they wanted to do with that fight.
I think that Seb had the right idea. They're not winning that fight.
Radiant structures
just-
are fortified.
Lone Druid is so hard to kill for them. And so is Tidehunter. And as soon as Tide comes up there
Top tower
with his
is under
Ravage,
attack.
you've lost any chance of winning that fight, especially when you don't have Global Silence. Yapzor still has his
Radiant's
ultimate.
top
They might
tower
even go
has fallen.
for Roshan here. They've got Shaman wards. They can continue to just get a gold lead.
Bounty!
All right, well, apparently Team Secret didn't need the 5 and 10 minute bounties, because at 15 minutes, they'll get 3 of them.
Radiant's bottom tower is still there.
I see here again,
But not for long.
No Tail's already at half HP.
And it's just, you know, he runs in following Thompson's lead. This is twice now that Thompson's aggression on the Monkey King has come back to bite him.
It's Yapzor's positioning in the team fight. Like, Seb doesn't want to use Roar on him because he knows he has to use it on one of the cores. And so Yapzor just stands there at the bottom. And he's like, come in. You're a melee hero. You will get Black Hold with the rest of your team. You're not bursting him.
Every single time Team Secret defends a tower successfully, they in turn manage to take the opposing tower.
It's just a
Having
weird
a lone
position.
druid.
Because Secret is just letting OG face check into them.
Yeah.
And they're being patient, so they're not wasting time. And they're doing this all without Nisha, who, like I talked about, he was third from the bottom in net worth not even 5 minutes ago. And
Dire's
now
middle
he's
tower's in trouble.
third overall.
Which one, Dire again?
He's definitely very heavily recovered his net worth position.
And
Radiant's
if you're
bottom
OG,
tower
the
is
reason
under
why you
attack.
have to do this is, well, it's sort of like how your lineup works.
Yeah.
You were meant to win these fights early on. You have a Beastmaster as one of your
Radiant's
cores.
bottom tower needs a
A lot
hand.
less greedy. Doesn't get
Surrounded here, he has to go for the proper roar onto the bear just to make sure he doesn't get ensnared. And it seems like the fights are only going to get harder,
Yeah, I think so too.
right? Because we're now getting all these various team fight items. First it was Vlad's, then it was the mech. Now I think I saw a
Dire's
what
top
is it,
tower is about to be
Zai,
Radiant's
so
top trouble.
they're going to be able to catch Seb. Huge always around to be able to save him. there is going to be global silence actually with the
Dire's
base
top
boots. He doesn't
tower
even
is
have to
under
kill the
attack.
Serpent Wards to get out of that
Dire's
trap.
structures
But still,
are fortified.
something was forced. OG. They managed to force the Titan into rotation. So I was going to ask you, what if they make some sort of feint play where they force Secret to go, oh, they're pushing this tower, let's TP defend, and then they go to the other side of the map.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
We'll see if it actually works for them, though, because they may not be pushing into a Titanlander, but they're still a lone druid.
This is their old school combo, right? All right, there you guys go. It really is.
You can tell the players you can hear it, too. 6 to 7. 4,000 net worth lead just continues to climb for Team Secret. And
Remember during it was like TI 6 times, that was like their death lineup. It would be Tide Enigma for
Yeah.
Secret.
Yep.
It was when they had like Misery and he just played Tide every game. It's like that was the combo. Give it to them, you'll lose. And they're bringing it back old school here.
And that was referred to as like this ultimate high ground defense. It was super hard to fight into, even as you got BKBs, like you could still lose fights. And here, Team Secret is
Radiant's
utilizing that
bottom tower
defense
is
and
under
defending
attack.
tier 1s. So this is
Fortified
like tier 1
constructions.
is,
Pretty good move if you ask
as
me.
it sounds, it's the first step. OG is supposed to have gotten all the
Radiant's
tier 1s by
bottom
now.
tower needs a
Then
hand.
focusing on tier 2s, get Roshan,
Radiant's
then
bottom
go
tower
for the
has
high ground.
fallen.
It feels like their whole entire game plan has been entirely stalled up.
Yeah. The good news for their lineup though is that because, and this sounds weird, but like because Secret has so many cores, it does mean that Ana just, I mean, he's got more to farm, right? That is the upside here, is that unlike Secret, who has to split like the entirety of the jungle and lane creeps, you have Ana who just, he gets all of it.
Everything is his.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I can kind of get behind
Dire
that.
is scanning for enemies.
I don't know if, I mean, I guess the problem for me is they have such good counters to the troll, right? All three of their cores counter the troll in some way, right? You've got Tidehunter who's naturally tanky and lowers the troll's damage. You've got this high armor TB who can also pretty easily get his ultimate off with Sunder.
Once he gets BKB life, it's easier because he can't get rooted.
Yeah.
And Puppy just sort of becomes.
Puppy's just gonna run at him. Again, there goes global silence again. Yes, that was deja vu.
This is literally
Dire's
looks like a
bottom
replay.
tower's getting pushed
I
around.
just saw this exact same sequence of events, and then they all started spamming Seb. Thank you.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
One thing that didn't happen though, last time
Dire's
was
bottom
everything
tower is under
just funnel into the road shot.
Dire's top tower has
That was so weird, right? Like,
Dire's
Yeah,
pushing
yeah.
for back.
He kicks these out of the ring, snatches up the Aegis. He's very likely going to sit here, of course, but that was still sick. He managed somehow to get out of the pit, but that was amazing.
that's the second Aegis steal that we've seen today alone.
He knows what you're up to. He knows that you're trying to TP way inside of these
Who
trees.
needs a cloud?
And now Ana.
Can he do it? He's really quick.
He is very fast, but where's he really going to go? But afterwards here, also set part of the roar, but now it's only separate. The scene is still a little bit too far away. There's still going to be a No-tail trying to finish up to make sure they mid there. Disabled. That they will be able to get those disables out. Then finish off that monkey king. Slows down. Jared tries to come in to bail out his team like he just did inside the Roshan pit, but Team Secret all low.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And you saw that mad scramble. They understand there's only one way they can lose that team fight, and they're going to get around.
Radiant's
Keep
middle
wanting to
tower
make
is
it
not
all
feeling the
five.
love.
So that's going to be the complete team wipe. Has No-Tail gotten any int since he racked up that 10? No, he is not.
No.
He bought a
Radiant's
very
top
ambitious
tower's
null
about to
talisman. My game's great, guys.
But this is feeling like the antithesis of the Liquid game 2. Right? Liquid go through, they're this demolishing force that's taking every single tower. Here it's the opposite. Team Secret's just the unbreakable wall. And the game just becomes more and more one-sided as OG run into that wall, fail to break it, and just make Secret stronger as a result. man, they are all so low. And every single time I can't help but thinking like Thompson, feeling compelled because the way the fight's always breaking out, he has to throw out the Boundless Strike first. Not having it later on to the fight just costs him several kills.
Regeneration.
Dire's middle
see
tower is
smiles.
under attack. Dire's
They're finally
structures
going to
are
claim
fortified.
this mid-tier 1 tower. That'll be all the outer tier 1 towers now taken. But we
Dire's
just
middle
expected
tower
it
is
so much
small.
earlier.
Yeah, we see how swiftly the GG bet odds have changed. OG do take that tier 1 tower. They're pushing kind of for more because they know they'll get BKB. It does have the BKB as well. Jump in the middle. Yeah, throw it. He's able to get Puppy just going to throw the certain point. Immediately there's going to be the golden sound to make sure there's going to be no ravages. It just came outside. He's trying to get out. The last second. He's just going to be able to get some damage. He do manage to bring him down. He stays alive. And now look for the chase as Seb trying to get away from Puppy. A good kick from the Earth Spirit will slow him down, but Yamsar didn't get hit by that. He's got a Blink Dagger. He's going to spot Seb.
Radiant's
Doesn't know how to
bottom
stun
tower
up
is
in
under
time,
attack.
though.
And that half second that Jirex made him stutter step buys him just enough time. And honestly, that was not the worst fight. That was about as good as it gets for OG right there. They forced the buyback. They got a core kill. They did lose their troll in their
Radiant
10-second
are scanning
BKB,
for
but
enemies.
with the net worth disadvantage that they
Radiant's
have, you
middle
expect
tower
that
is
fight to be
under
a lot
attack.
more one-sided.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been a little bit better if they had somehow
Radiant
finished off
called
the
in the
tie.
fortification.
He doesn't get out the Ravage, then
Radiant's bottom tower
Troll
needs a
survives. They
hand.
probably take the tier 2 as a result. I mean, it was so close. Good read on Zod.
was.
I almost thought that he was just going to be
Radiant's
like,
bottom
oh, this is
tower
a
is
lost
under
fight.
attack.
I don't want to blow Ravage in a lost fight.
No, he was waiting for as long as he could for the troll ult to be off. You saw that? I think Seb roared him as well. They were just trying to keep him locked up because they understood they were conditioned to win in that fight.
Yeah.
Just don't let him ravage.
Radiant's bottom tower must have been dizzy.
Puppy has a Ghost Scepter, but should go down here.
Sai says goodbye to Captain Puppy.
Thompson now on a killing spree. And he's done a very admirable job with his net worth too. It's just, I mean, look at the difference between the Enigma 4 position and the Beastmaster was mid. This is sort of Seb's role in the game though. Like we
Radiant's
talked
middle
about, his item
tower is
build was
not
not geared
feeling the
towards
love.
splitting the map like we see normal Beastmasters do.
Right.
We saw him earlier in the tournament go for the Necro 3 and just dominate. This time around, he's had to just switch gears and make it so that his troll is protected as much as possible. He's purchased the Vlads, the Solar Crest.
That's been so much of OG's bread and
Radiant's
butter
top
is
tower ain't looking too
these off
steady.
laners that can get a bunch of team fight items for OG.
Dire's bottom tower. Don't
He
look
either
good.
goes for the Solar Crest to
Radiant's
amplify the
top tower's
damage
under
of the
attack.
Troll or the Monkey King. You see something similar out of
Dire's
Zai
structures are
here.
fortified.
Crazy part is I could still
Dire's
sort of see a
bottom
way
tower is
OG
under
can win.
attack.
Yeah. I mean, the Dota Plus odds don't put it too far out there. It's like 85% to the favor of Team Secret.
I say that's about right. You could see the glimmer of how they can win a team fight.
Yeah.
When they properly throw down the global and they're unable to help mid one. There's no 4 staffs or anything yet. What?
Yapster building an Octarine core.
Of course.
3rd item.
You'd think he would see that last fight and to say, hey guys, if I had like 1 4 staff to get out of the boot console, I probably could have lived.
I'm like thinking about so many like mid-game-ish items that would be good for you. I understand that he doesn't want to go BKB. He's facing up against the Silencer, but
Yeah, Beastmaster.
like do wonders for you here. They do manage to catch Seb in the mid lane, surrounding him with certain wards. This time around, there is no global silence to use. And indeed,
Yes.
Seb is dead.
Radiant's
See, those
middle
guys,
tower
those
is
are the
under
real
attack.
troopers. The rest of you guys who just kind of...
Level 20,000 battle passes out there.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
All right, well, just like last time, we get some sort of kickoff. We're going to go for a tower. They very quickly take it. Now they're ripping apart a tier 3. He can't actually make it back to the base in time. Puppy and Gamsor, they spot very eventually hand down. There's going to be the global silence. Anna now going to be forced upon the battle
Radiant's
trance.
middle
Is going to be able to
barracks
turn
has
on the
fallen.
Puppy, gets the Ghost Scepter off.
Dire's
Turns on the
top tower
Nation
is under
next.
attack.
Eventually, that battle trance is going to wear off. And Anna's going to be fighting it back out of the high ground. He's going to be slowed down by the damage. Does have a Ravage ready to go, but doesn't even need it at this
Tower's
point.
about to be ready.
Also, he throws out the Ravage just to be able to kill that silencer. But eventually, will die here. Getting the sets Thompson as well, which will allow Thompson to fight up against mid one spare if he wants to.
That's still 2 dead.
Dire's top tower is under
Now
attack.
there's very little for him to worry about. Still has the black hole as Nisha. Just gonna take the
Radiant's
tower
bottom
with his
tower has
illusion.
fallen.
I mean, it's crazy to me that all those abilities were used. They lost their Tidehunter, and they thought about just pushing for more objectives after taking a tier 3 to melee racks in mid, taking tier 3 bottom. They can hit Shrine. No, they're not that great.
They're on the hunt right now.
They're gonna be able to catch Puppy.
Nice combo is really anything matters at this point.
Yeah.
OG is far behind enough that you'll take it, and that's going to be a Rax, and the bottom lane opened up as well.
You'll take every little bit that you can get, yes, but how much? How many little bits does OG need to be able to come back into this game?
Dire is scanning for enemies.
They would need 2 successful team fights in a row. Big ones at this point.
They got money to be massive. Lots of hands up. They need the roar away. The game is going to sound, but no continue to run over, but that's going to be the opportunity for the Sunder. Thompson, again, just seems to be a little bit of a difference between him and Seb's idea about that fight. I think he thought if he kept running, if TV turned around, he was going to get trampled more before the Sunder went off. Or no tell.
It's a butterfly already.
And Roshan just
the
spawned.
timing.
All right. All right. Well, it could be easier for Secret at this point.
I can see Solar Friends or something playing this armor, and they see it, they know about it.
Yeah. And they're going to jump into the tree. Seth's going to reveal the view. Has been grab the H's and he's going to be able to come back alive here. Set up from Team Secret. They're immediately going to go on to him again, not letting him jump into the trees. He's dead for 100 seconds. Rolled on top of side to try and help his carries. He'll die here as well. This is looking grim for OG as Team Secret, given how fast they can take these buildings. 60 seconds on a Troll and 80 seconds on a Monkey King. They could definitely take the Ancient in that short of time.
Yeah, that was the buyback on all these heroes. 17k. The creeps have already taken the mid racks for them.
Radiant's bottom
Towards the bottom one. The good news
Bottom
for is that unless Secret decide to go to the throne, they do still have a tier 2 tower at the top. But imagine that Secret, they can just take all the shrines now.
This is the same team that how long was that game? 75 minutes?
Yes.
We had like
versus
4
Alliance.
Aghanim Scepters or something that they took away from Roshan. This is the same team
Radiant's
that
top shrine is
took
under
their
attack.
victory in a way I don't think I've ever seen any team do before. So I'm not surprised they didn't try and go for a fast throne push.
Radiant's bottom
2
shrine
lanes
has
to barracks.
fallen.
They've got this game pretty well in the bag. There is the 3rd item, Octarine Core for Yapsor's Enigma.
He's going to go for the refresher so that the first time he gets canceled by the global, loads up the second one.
Wouldn't you just get refresher in the first place instead of Octarine?
No, dude. What do you want from me?
Hey, well now he's got an Arcane Rune as well. Zai's been pinging it out for him.
He wants to try to match up the timings, right?
Yeah.
Just wait.
So is he, if he picks it up right before 32 minutes, are they going to give it to Nisha instead? Okay.
That works.
It probably makes more sense.
Yaps was like, yeah, sure, dude. I'm leaving that for you, no problem.
Definitely didn't want that for myself. And Serpent Ward's out. Oh, Thompson kind of jumping in, managed to jump back into the trees right before the
They need to
damage
get out.
came down.
Someone's getting
I
rude.
mean, Midwan is going to eventually root somebody and a pop. He cannot afford a pop on the battle trance, otherwise he'll be pulled back into the Actually,
He didn't have hole,
Radiant's
but
top tower's under attack.
no tail.
what a flop.
Radiant's
Ran
top
forward and
tower has
without
fallen.
global, I think you just go for it.
Yeah.
They don't have creeps though.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Does it really matter to this Terrorblade with an Arcane Rune? Any
Dire
excuse to pop
scanning
the
for enemy.
Metamorphosis? Is there any lane that's going to be pushing in soon?
Dire's middle tower looks to be
It's
disintegrating.
a long time for those creeps that are at the very top part of the map right now, slowly making their way. Coming soon to try and break the backdoor protection. And meanwhile, on the side, OG is trying to, they have to try and get into the backline, right? They have to stop the App Store now that they don't have a global silence to rely on. Team Secret back up, just playing that high ground area we've seen so many teams do. When they're in control on Dire side, make sure to get the vision on top of the cliff, defend it. I'm looking for news, and he wants a fast pick up on go for it. Gets out of Wukong's man, now goes up for 12, and it turns around to get some disables off into the back line, though. There's going to be rapid down the fear of the blade on the battle trans. Multiple buybacks coming out from OG now as they're going to be run by Team Secret one by one. It's going to be No Tail first, Thompson potentially next, or instead they're going to just turn and take 7. For a second, they do have the launch jump in from Thompson, who's buzzed a very low HP Puppy, who somehow is still alive through all this one, but can't get hit. And there's nothing they can do at this point. OG a celebratory flag call from Yinzor as they know, I mean, Team Secret just handle OG in so many ways. This game is so methodical,
And it all comes down to the draft where they pick this Tidehunter, this Lone Druid, 2 heroes that they know.
Yep.
Even though they're greedier, you can't really run at them. They'll just sit in front of their towers. They were never able to get that ball rolling where they were able to